And hello and welcome to the Guitarfingers video tutorial on Grand Vals by Tarrega. This is an arrangement I've done to help those people around grades 4 and 5. The original, of course, is well known for being in the Trinity College Series grade 8, so that's listed as an advanced piece. Lots of great features, of course, in that piece. And what I've been able to do by transcribing it down to the start key of G instead of A major, we're able to keep all those features so that the melody line is not compromised in any way. The harmony supports are pretty close to what is there, only one or two very small changes just to help the fingerings. And also obviously keeping the bass system the same as well. So all in all, it's a pretty close approximation to the song, very little different in there, but aimed much more at grades 4 and 5, where doing barres is probably new to us, and I'm just going to give you lots of tips and help points to get through playing barres and little practice routines where appropriate. So let's start off straight away. As I said, the start key of the song, the first section is G major. So we have an F sharp in the key signature. We start off immediately with a barre. Although I've tried to keep as many barres down to half barres or much simpler variations on barres, there are one or two where we've got the barre and a couple of fingers to go down, and this is one of them. So we start off with a G major barre, so I've got my finger at the 3rd fret going across all the strings, and again always just check you're getting a good sound across all the strings. Look on my other videos on barres and they'll just give you technique tips on how to get a good sound. So I've got my barre, 3rd fret, finger 2 of course goes on fret 4 for the B on the 3rd string there, and finger 3 goes on fret 5 of string 4 for the G, and that allows me now to play those middle pairs of notes in bar 1, although they will revert to open strings in the next set of bars. So we start off with a D. I'm going to use my middle finger, just another technique tip really here, to play that D. So I've used my middle finger to play the D on string 2 under the barre, fret 3, and then I'm going to use my ring finger, A, to play the D again with the bass, and then I and M, of course, are clear now to play the harmony parts in the middle, and that A and I and M structure will kind of play prevalently across all the bars except where I just mentioned there might be better fingerings to use. So here we go. So we start off with a D. Now the trick here of course is to keep your middle harmony chord part sections there a little bit quieter than the melody line coming through, and that will help your melody line just sing through a little bit. So we've got our barre, straight to open strings, then a low G, then a D with an F sharp, then that G with an F sharp, still playing those chords in the middle. Now finger 4 goes on, so we've got the G, B and high G there, so I'll just play that little bar again. Start with the G and the F sharp, and then an open string D with the G, and then that just comes down to the F sharp. So let's just play those 2 bars again. This is the bars 5 and 6 at the end of line 1. So we start with the G and F sharp, and again a little bit awkward. If you find this awkward, just practice keeping finger 2 on that F sharp and just practice bringing 3 onto fret 3 of string 6 of that G, and you'll find you'll just develop that stretch over a period of time. Now I've got my finger 2 already on the F sharp for the little pull away there, like a slur but just a little bit quicker, so it's more of an effect, a grace note as they're often called, although there are other names for them. Staccato, so accented on those bass. So let's just try that part again. C kept down there. Okay, so there's our F sharp, the middle chord, finger 4 down. Okay, I am A, playing those 3 notes, and when we play that, up we go, we take that up, half bar 8 at fret 5 with an open string D bass, F sharp with finger 3, fret 7 on string 2, and of course the C now is underneath the bar A, lift finger 4, that's your A, same middle notes again, and then that will take us into our rundown. Let's look at bar 10 again, and we can add a glissando to add a nice little sound effect in to the music. Okay, so it's just bringing it up and just playing the B when you reach that note, so we don't get like a gap between there. Just play the note as it reaches the B in time with the music. The next part, we've got a lovely little rundown, of course, now, which is reminds us, and of course it is the Nokia theme tune that's being played in this song. Let's have a look, see how I've written it down. So I put fingers 3 and 1 on a D, fret 10, and finger 1 on a C, so just nicely in time. Nice slur there. Okay, don't rush that, just it's not a grace note, it's just a 1 and... Now the easy way is to play open E, F sharp on fret 2 there of string 1, but I'm going to give you another option now to play that. So if I use fingers 3 and 1 again, now I can play a bar A, E, fret 2, string 5, it's a half bar A on the 5th fret, F sharp, fret 7. Okay, and the reason for that is because then I can play the B down to A at the same position, C, fret 5 on string 3, D, fret 7. So now we can work in the middle part of the guitar neck and play those notes. Now it doesn't matter, we could still do this. We've got to come up for the bar A if you like, if you want to play it that way. You don't even have to play it as a bar A, but it's helpful to do so. I just think it's kind of handy to have different options. You choose which is best for you, and you decide which one you prefer to do. Another option, of course, is to play fingers 2 and 4 for that descending slur from the D to C, but a little bit harder. Now the reason is now my finger 1 is clear now, so now I can just simply put finger 1 without having to play a note from there before and jump my finger 1. So again, it's your choice. It's always good to develop these techniques. Okay, so that's fingers 2 and 4 for D and C. There goes my bar A. Okay, so I'll put that down. There's my B to A. There's my C to D on frets 5 and 6. 5 and 7, I beg your pardon. And now I can play a bar A, so I'll start off with just one finger bar A. I'm going to play low G, string 6, finger 4, that's A, fret 5 to G, then put my finger 2 down for B, and of course D is under the bar A as well. Now I can play the harmonic. There is a harmonic in the original song, and it's quite handy because we can play that one, this time the D, instead of the original song where it's of course that harmonic is an E. We can play that on the 12th fret of string 4, and I just always use my thumb generally for harmonics to get a nice powerful sound. So let's just have a little look at that rundown again. Okay, so that takes us through to that part. Now we've got a repeat, so we start with the bar A again at the 3rd fret for our D. Bass note, open strings there, low G, D with the F sharp, G with the F sharp, 2 Gs. Now take finger 4 from the G all the way up to fret 10 and play a low C, fret 8, that's our low C, on string 6, and we've got C and a high D. And I put finger 3 now, fret 10 to play the 2 A's, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to play a barre, so I'm just going to flatten my hand and play the 2 C's, string 6, string 1 on fret 8 for the 2 C's. There's my 2 A's again on fret 10 of string 2. Now, again, playing barres higher up, you just need to make sure that your fingers remain vertical there. And you could play a barre to start with here actually, on the high D as well. But why not just make it a little bit easier to start with, then the barre. Now we've got an option, we can go to open strings, which is quite nice. A and C of course, down on frets 2 and 1 there, in the first position, or from here, why not just play a barre here? A, fret 5, E, fret 5, string 2, C of course is under the barre on fret 5, string 3, and A, fret 7, string 4. And that just means we're just playing barres now. And I'm going to bring that back up to fret 8, C kind of minor, C minor chord now, so I've got 2 C's, ring finger for the high one, and fret 8, E flat on fret 8 of string 3. Nice minor sound there. Then I and M play strings 2 and 3 for the E flat again and the G underneath the barre. Now I play a barre at just half barre at fret 7, open string D. There goes my G with the D bass, D underneath that. So fret 8, string 2 for the D. The D of course, other D is under the barre. That takes us to bar 28, and you can play this in different ways. You could play it a barre across the 3rd fret. You need finger 3 on fret 5, string 5 for the D, so we get 2 Ds. Fingers 2 and 4 this time playing B for the B on fret 4, string 3, and the G now being played with finger 4, fret 5 on string 4. But if you don't want to play that barre, you could come out of that point previously and just put fingers 1 and 3 down on the Ds. Fingers 2 and 4s go down. So again, your choice, barre or not to barre there. A barre I've put now, and the reason I've done it as a barre here, so D, fret 5, string 5, and E, fret 5, string 2, is because playing the A and C sharp, and now I can play the D again with a high A, my C underneath the barre, string 3, F sharp, string 2, fret 7. Okay, so that was the reason for doing that run in that order. Okay, I just used a finger 4 then, but I didn't mean to. So it's finger 3, and then a big G chord, so we've got G, G, B and high G. And that will take us into the next section where we've got a key change to D major. So, as you can see in this song, there's plenty of options for doing your own fingerings. You can play barres, you don't have to play barres, you can play half barres, and the main thing to do is just work through your own options. Obviously in the music and in the version that's later in the sheet music with the tab, you can only put kind of one option down. I have put some options later on in the music, but really don't be afraid to use your own options. Try to get just a good clear sound on the melody note and slightly quieter on the accompaniment. So watch out for video 2 where we'll look at the next section, the D major section.